Good evening, everyone. It's game 2 between imasock and EatMySteel in the bonus bracket. Game 1 went to EatMySteel in just about 75 minutes worth of play. So the game 2 remorse that imasock has chosen is to make sure that the hearts do not shuffle on him so that he doesn't have to track that. I'm Furious K, and joining me will be Cyber Chow X. CCX?
Thank you, Fury. Yeah, looks like we've got a good match here. This is game 2, so if EatMySteel wins, he moves on, and imasock would be knocked out. If imasock wins, we get a game 3, and the winner of this takes on the winner of... Oh, I just looked this up. Redbird Grad versus Zarnax 42. So it doesn't really get easier after this. Redbird is, of course, a very good runner, and Zarnax is not bad either. But this is a good match. These are two good runners, and we should be underway probably within a few minutes. Yeah, we're okay. We're about to start the countdown. So once everyone just confirms they're ready to go. So other than the hearts being the floor drops, we don't know really what we're going to see in this. It's a random percent tournament. But it's looking like we aren't going to be starting with a ring, because if we were, then with both of them having a blank file, you'd see a difference in color between the blank ones and the ones with a name. So we do at least know we won't be starting with defense, but we're starting with just a single Triforce, a ladder, and oh, we've got the white sword, but we're not going to see sword upgrades. Oh, and we get a second ladder from the Armos item right away.
Well, what's better than one ladder? 2 ladders.
Yeah.
If only you could use both and go over the tea room.
I've been thinking the same thing.
But yeah, as you know, there's not a whole lot that you really know going into these. You just kind of take a quick peek right as you load in, see what you've got, and based on that, you make a bit of a determination as to whether or not you need to go looking for Sword Cave, which may be still useful if the bonus candles are on.
Yeah, that's, Oh, but they're not on, as we find the wood sword cave that we, again, don't need. So the forest is being quite generous if it weren't for the fact that the opening of the seed was more generous. And
Yeah,
we do see the coast heart in its vanilla location, so with heart shuffle turned off, that will be the... We will not see any hearts in staircases. That will be the only... Oh, of course, and we started with the ladder. I wonder why Sock didn't pick up that heart then.
I'm not sure if he's just not realized his situation yet with the ladder, or if it's just something that he doesn't deem important yet. But if he runs into a mugger room that demands a heart, perhaps that will bring some justice to his decision.
Yeah, and it's not like it could be low percent strats, because we have permanent sword beams. So, oh, and we've got Asylum ? Over at the tree in the northeast.
So it's on the far left, and it's just up and left so far that we've seen as far as where
Yeah.
we still.
And this doesn't look like any vanilla dungeon palette, so we're not going to get a hint from that. And ooh, it looks like unless there's a bomb hole that we don't know about, we may be key blocked out of this level immediately. Because there was a key door in that other room.
The only suggestion I'll make is that the only vanilla dungeon that looks even remotely similar to this start point would be Vanilla First Quest 7, which is sometimes green, and you can go left
I
right here.
was thinking the same thing. Oh, we can go right. So yeah, this kind of is looking like First Quest 7, maybe.
I'm going to just say it's potential, but too early to call, and I think Steel's just going to leave for.
Agreed, but yeah, I agree. It doesn't look like any other dungeon. So if it's not 7, it's probably a shape, right? You agree with that?
That would be my opinion. Yes. So Sock's going to stumble into the same exact dungeon and is potentially going to kind of see the same sort of situation that Steel has, as he also has 0 keys. So unless he can kill this Gleeok, it's not going to be a situation where he can go too much further.
Yeah, and permanent sword beams does help with that, but Sock is not really needing that. I was just about to say that he was not taking a single hit, and then it just kind of got away from him there. Oh, and we have shuffled any roads. That one went to Vanilla 6, and Steel isn't going to check the rest of them just yet.
Well, at least means the power bracelet may have some more usage.
Yes, and it also Vanilla 6 is a good distance away from where he was. He was up there in the northeast before that. So, oh, and we've got mixed quest, because both gravestones pushed. So we've got a mixed overworld.
Oh hey, we did find a key, and this looks to be push blocks. The staircase where the open staircases go away, that flag may be on given that there's a key in the corner, and usually when there's a top corner drop for a key, it's also a push.
Yeah, that's the that reminds me of, I know there's that room in 9, I don't know if there are any others like that, but the diamond staircase there, normally. Ooh, and that takes us up to the top of the level. Oh yeah, this is definitely looking like 7.
Yep, the more we do, the more it looks. Now, normally, if we were digging 7 without any item knowledge, we would hope for a red candle to be here, but Sock A has a blue candle, and B, the Armos was the ladder, so that will definitely not be.
Ah, yes, of course.
Well, I'm sure Steel would have taken a red candle.
Yes, that's right, because he, I didn't even notice when Sock picked up the candle, but he picks up the Triforce here.
Well, that's an early advantage, I would say, because if it's First Quest 7, you managed to do that digging, and it looks like it was. So
yeah.
You managed to do that to the Triforce in what, maybe 8 or 9 rooms?
Yep. And, yeah, we have had only one Triforce to start. That would be level 4 if it's a first quest or shapes first half, and level 5 if it's second quest. But normally just put the first quest one, and if we find out otherwise, we can fix it.
I see, as you were saying something there, we've A, found a yellow dungeon on one side, and
Yeah,
B, Imasock did buy the wood arrows from the.
nice purchase. And yeah, I'm starting to rethink what I said about maybe it was just EatMySteel's color palettes were a little bit off, because this looks like that could be the vanilla coloration for level 4, but it's got a... Level 4 would not normally have a staircase like that, so either it's not level 4, or it shapes level 4, or it's second quest level 5, but oh, I'm getting indication that it's actually level 6?
Yep, so I'm going to make a assumption here, and I'll let you kind of chime in after. See that heart drop in that room? That happens in Second Quest 6 as the boss room, and the compass spawns on that side of the chute in Second Quest.
I'm not as familiar with my second quest, but I'll trust you on that one. Yes, I think this could be the shape of it. It's just a strange coincidence that it 6 normally does have that same yellow palette on the for the main color, but it has the normally has the red highlights. The one with the blue highlights is level 4, so it just kind of coincidentally rolled level 4's palette.
Yeah. I don't like trusting the lakes as much, given the rooms can be randomized around a little bit more. So I tried to do the whole river sorting as to whether or not I was in 4 and 6, and I ended up trolling myself out of a dungeon that had a ladder. So, never.
Ooh, and this dungeon has Patras in it. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of bosses. Could this be extra boss flags? Or extra bosses flag on?
It's definitely 50-50. I would assume at this point that we do have it based on how many we've seen this 6. The level 7 used to have a lot of bosses too, so
yeah, level 7 does anyway. And we're getting indication that we've got plus or minus 4 HP, and that the red wizrobes rolled way up. They're taking 4 hits with a white sword, so they've got at least 7 HP.
It looks like the Patra was very close to where the compass is indicating the Triforce is, so it looks like Imasock may have gotten trolled out of being able to get to that Triforce, as he also gets trolled by the Wizrobes.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a troll.
Yeah, given the map that we just saw Sock pull up on his side, I'm willing to bet now that this is indeed second quest 1 through 6, and first quest 7 through 9.
Oh, and we see a walk-through wall, so yeah, that also tells me that we've got some second quest dungeons here.
Yeah, if only EMS didn't have 2 ladders, he could pick up a 3rd ladder here. Because it was free and it was the Armos.
Yep, but yeah, so that means that EatMySteel now ties it up at 2 Triforces apiece.
I would say he's probably gotten the more difficult of the 2 Triforces just based on combat, but certainly neither one is particularly fun, especially if you don't take the staircase and stuff.
Yeah, level 6 is a tough combat level because it's a wizrobe set, whereas 7 has the Guria set, probably the easiest of the 3. Actually, no probably about it.
So So EatMySteel's now got some decisions to make as he's accumulated 150 rupees, and second quest first half usually is not so free with the key count, so if he finds the cheap key shop, I think he may have to consider his options with that and the bait given second quest level.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that free item though,
Ooh,
CCX.
So yeah, we got the free white sword bows. That means that that bomb upgrade we found right at the beginning of the seed was the magical sword bomb upgrade, so they're not going to be picking that up for quite some time, and we have another level.
Unfortunately, Sock just got taken out by the Lionel on that waterfall screen, so he's not too happy with the combat thus far, as he's been knocked around a lot between the Wizrobes and the Lionel.
Yep, and he will also find that level right at their start screen. And that Patra drops another heart. And
Yep,
Steel's
so this
just
is
grab
3.
Triforce, see where he is. Yeah, I was thinking that looks like probably level 3.
Yep, it marked in the second.
Yep.
It marked second quest level 3 on the
Second
Triforce
quest
Resort
3,
first.
Yes, second quest 3.
The reason why I was going to say that is that heart drop once again is the boss room, and it drops in that specific spot in level 3, and not too many other places like that. Unfortunately, I've played about 24 late night races with people like Panzer Dave, so I've gotten trolled by this flag set enough to know a couple of things. It's unfortunate that we have 2 key doors here because we only have 1 key on Sock side, 0 for EatMySteel.
Yep.
So
Sock is going through the key door. He wants to explore this level. But he gets the key in return. And there's the compass after we've already got the Triforce.
as far as the item goes for this level 3, he's looking for the Four Corners BMOS room for his potential floor drop item. That's a great place for that bait block.
Yeah. That is nice. So, don't have to worry about that.
The only other place that's going to have one is level 7, which he has also got the Triforce out of, so for now he looks potentially safe buying meat.
And EatMySteel finds one of the hint shops. They do have non-vanilla prices, so there will be some sort of hints there, but at the moment they can't understand it until they have a book.
So it's this room, except this one also has the map that Sock is looking for, and I would save this room, Sock. Oof. Did not save the room, so he's going to come back up there, but I may check right, because that room doesn't have another floor drop.
And he's doing that, and this should be his item room.
Unless there's a third one that rolled in here randomly, yes, this should have it.
No, it's not there. Strange.
Oh, you know what? It's this room. I'm silly. My
Oh.
apologies. I had
You
the
were
wrong.
thinking of the first quest magic boomerang room, and wouldn't you know it, it's actually the magic boomerang.
Well, we know that vanilla items is not in play, but that is rather vanilla looking, so you can give Fred a little bit of trouble, I suppose.
Yeah.
We have a rather dark palette on EatMySteel's screen, so he's found another dungeon.
Yeah. And we see the staircase. Will this be our item? It is, and it is the raft.
So once he looks at his map, we'll have some sort of idea what dungeon we are. I think by virtue of where he's at, it has to be either level 4 or level 8. So second quest 4 or first quest 8. Given this room with the Pole's voice going off into
I'd say first quest 8.
That's kind of where I was going with this idea, but never can be too sure.
Yeah, I guess it could be either one of them. Forgot the with the switch there. Either one of them would be the Gibdo Darknut Pole's voice set. Because I have noticed that we do have vanilla enemy sets.
Yeah, well, this room right here would be the bottom right corner of the letter D that doesn't exist. So now I would say it is level 8, almost certain.
Yeah.
And this is an easy one to know where your heart drop's going to be on the floor. It is the Gliok room with the Gliok that I cannot fight with the heart in the corner.
The Gliok that you cannot fight?
I am making notice of my one-hit KO shenanigans.
That's right. I did see that in chat earlier. We're talking about you and Gliok.
Fortunately for these runners, no one-hit KO four-headed Gliok, so they'll be okay. Where they won't be okay, though, is if there are another 20 key doors in this level 8, because they've seen enough key doors and they have not seen enough keys. But enough for EatMySteel to get to the Triforce, at least.
Yeah, and he's thinking that he might not want to go back in there. He's thinking about it. And he is leaving.
So based off of what we've seen, EatMySteel has not seen a lot of items, whereas imasock has seen a handful at least. So as far as item knowledge goes, it's going to be a little bit scary, I think, if you're EatMySteel and you start running out of oval checks to make.
I don't know, it seems like they've seen roughly the same number of items. Sock found the magic boomerang in level 3, but he hasn't found the white sword item yet, and other than that, they're pretty much even there.
That's true, I had forgotten that imasock died right before getting to the cave with the white sword bow, so he may explore a lot more too, just because he doesn't have that item yet. And while again may not be required, you definitely do not feel safe without having the bow when you're running these flags.
Yeah, and we see a dig dogger here, so I mean that's always that particular room, it's not really guarding anything, but you always do have to worry about boss blocks, so that's another reason why you might want the bow. Both of these runners did buy with arrows very early.
And I think that's a particularly smart purchase given that we believe Extra Bosses has turned on.
Yeah. Sock's going to explore a little more of this level before probably going and just grabbing his Triforce. Might check that room to the right, which EatMySteel did not even bother looking at, but it doesn't seem to be helping it. Oh no, he's locked in with a Gleeok, but at least it's only a two-headed Gleeok.
Yeah, if he's got the health realized, you almost would attempt to get in there with the forward swing with the kinetic, but it's
I was thinking that's about the only time I might actually consider trying to Kananaki a Gleeok, but yeah, he didn't do that, and he didn't bomb over to that room to the right, which is a little curious, but ooh, the Tektites rolled up. They're not going down in one white sword hit.
Yeah, plus minus 4 HP on
yeah, but
regular enemies.
I did notice while we were in that dungeon that the red Darknuts rolled down. They are going down to one white sword hit, which is kind of nice.
Always nice when your bomb enemies tend to fall down in HP so that you can farm them easily.
Great. Not to mention, I just hate Darknuts, so seeing them go down is nice. We're getting some divergence. imasock is over on Candle Row, and EatMySteel is in the Deadwoods. Probably going to check our level 3. Okay, now I forget. Which type of overworld do we have if it's brown?
I still haven't quite understood it in full, but I was under the impression that brown was first mixed and green was second mixed.
Yes, Adigenos in chat is confirming that. So we have a first quest mixed overworld. And we find level 9 over in the southwest corner. Way out of the way. Probably the best thing you can hope for with that spot is whistle to vanilla beaten, so that when you get as long as you pick up the recorder, you can just whistle to 3 and you're 3 screens away from level 9.
Yeah, that's one of the rare times where vanilla dungeons, as long as it's beaten and not unbeaten, gives you a little bit of an advantage. I think the only thing that I find, well, I guess it's not going to matter, so I won't get too off on a tangent here, but I like to check the gambling games when I see one, if it's close to start, just to make sure that that's shuffled, just to see what it is, but with first quest money, probably not.
And EatMySteel has found another dungeon. Let's see, going straight in like that. Oh wait, I'm not going to be able to figure it out. We've already seen both 7 and 8, which means this has to be a second quest dungeon.
My initial reaction is the same as Adigenos in chat. I feel like this is probably level 1.
I was thinking the same thing, but we thought that vanilla enemy sets were on. This might be 4. I mean 5. 5 it would have to be, because they switch up. So 5 would have the Wizrobe set.
Well, we're going to find out here at some point, next little bit, because he's going to take the staircase, and it's either going to stay in line and look like 1 or it's not. And he went over to column 3, so this is, as you said, 5.
Yeah. So we're in the Z.
And this Gleeok is important to kill because of the staircase that could potentially be hidden here, so I'm gonna try and use this right door to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah, you always like having a right-hand door when you're fighting a Gleeok. It's probably why the vanilla game never really gives you one.
Well, it didn't give him a staircase, but I think a key is almost as valuable to him at this point.
Keys are very valuable right now. And we see another Gleeok. This one has 3 heads, but it's not really guarding anything in particular. And we've got the other transport staircase.
That transport was pretty important given that he was Dig Dogger blocked in.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's also a logically Dig Dogger block, but who knows if you'd be able to walk here normally. And ooh, this room looks nasty.
Sometimes I like getting hit in that room though, because it's got the red and the blue bubbles, and you'll find out pretty quickly what your curse is. And looks like EatMySteel is going to make sure that's not the one potential wall that changed in this level 5. It doesn't appear so. I feel like it's mostly walk through wall left or right, and then if you can bomb, it's up and down mostly.
I couldn't say. And comes into another room with another 4-headed Gleeok, and there's a Dig Dogger. We really have extra bosses right now. But this room is nice, and we've got shuffled enemy drops. Those keys were dropping things.
Yeah, I didn't notice any shuffling of drop groups until that happened, so that took me by surprise as well.
Yeah, I don't. Half the time I don't even pay attention to that. Restreamers telling us that the red Octoroks were dropping bombs earlier.
This room's awful mostly because the reds that you would normally use to kind of clear out the blue wizrobes take so many more hits. The amount of hits they have to take,
yeah.
not as easy or quick, for sure.
Oh, this room is horrible.
It's horrible for them, but it's fun for us to watch them suffer.
But he makes it through and finds a staircase.
Hey, check the curse.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want to check the curse, and he gets to upgrade his candle.
Well, now he can candle boost all he wants, so...
Yeah.
He does have this dungeon Triforce. I don't know if he's realized yet. Perhaps he did now. Nope.
No. Oh, so he's sticking around. He hasn't realized... Oh, wait. No, he's just using the door for cover.
To be fair, second quest has played tricks on me a couple of times with the Triforce, even though I should know better, so it's not the worst sin to have forgotten that you may have this Triforce piece, especially when you don't know what your first and second quests are until just recently. For the first half and second half.
And Sock is in level 5 as well, and takes a death.
It's gonna be a little bit sad when he realizes that he has this Triforce piece. Well, the big dogger blocks the heart piece most likely, but thankfully it's not that difficult to get to this Triforce in 5 after all, so my steel will be out of here and realize his mistake, I suppose.
Yep. Checking his pause menu, seeing that no new Triforce lit up.
Well, I guess the pros of plus and minus 4 HP is red Lionel's getting zapped with one sword beam from a white sword.
Yeah.
And EatMySteel took a candle bump on purpose. I wonder if perhaps he is setting up a count.
Oh yeah, that's a good consideration, being that low on bombs in Death Mountain. He's up to the maximum number of rupees. Oh, but this is... Oh, and he takes another hit, so back to 0, and he's just going to use his last bomb. Finds a dungeon with it, though, so that's fortunate. And immediate item, it's the recorder, but well, that'll let him kill that dig dogger that he was locked in with, but it didn't look like there were any other ways to go unless you open up a bomb hole or walk through a wall. I almost forgot that we're in second quest rooms.
And based on him being in the 4th row, it's not going to be level 2. It's either going to be 1 or 4. And, he has the staircase item, so that means
that's yeah, I was about to say that column isn't in level 1.
Yeah, well, the staircase I for sure would tell you you're not in 1, but I was just looking at shape first and then went through logically and said, well, it's going to be 1 or so. Until 4. And the Y column in his case is the furthest you can go to the left in this dungeon. So if he knows where he's at roughly, as we find a mugger room, 50 rupees or a heart, and he opts to take away the heart. I find that a bit interesting, actually. But hey, a free Triforce in 4. I think with the bow and the ladder in hand, you may just take that and hope 9 has silvers if you need that for Ganon. I don't know that we've seen Sock take a bop here yet, so hard pressed to call the bubble curse at this point. And unfortunately, he jukes that red bubble, so I still don't know. Whatever it is, it must be unfortunate because they don't want any part of it today. But he's going to make the quick move to up an A, and I guess Sock also is making the same error, I suppose, as far as Triforce gets that Steel made. And we now see why EatMySteel did not take the 50 rupee door repair. He wanted the blue ring to basically double his health pool at the cost of 1 heart. So it looks like EatMySteel is fluting, and it's going to this random spot on the overworld. So I think it's whistled to unbeaten new dungeons. And we are now in a purple dungeon that I would assume, based on that start point, is level 2. And with this room in here, I would almost guarantee it, as I spent forever dying in this room once upon a time. So let's go with that. So looking for a staircase item potentially, if you're hopeful for silvers to have rolled out of level 9, otherwise just Triforce and go. Yeah, Sock is definitely a little bit behind in this, but I don't know that he's out of it yet. It only takes kind of working your way over in Death Mountain to find the recorder to stay on pace. And First Quest 9 is in play, which doesn't really make for an easy time unless Zelda is right away. So here we go. Sock walks in and did not walk past the staircase, so there you have it. He's not going to miss it.
Yep, he's got that recorder now and steals in another dungeon.
Yep, we've deduced it is 2.
Yeah, level 2.
Well, that's an interesting thing to walk into in level 2. You get in your chute, and suddenly Patra decides I'm going to walk straight down into you, and out you go, back to start.
Yeah, doesn't get much worse than that. Except, of course, for when Wizrobes show up on the overworld and they're on those successive spawning things. Because then you're... Yeah, the orange Wizrobes spawning out of sync with one another on the overworld. It's basically just like a constant barrage of Wizrobe beams.
Yeah, and if it was this seed, you'd have 8 HP red Wizrobes spawning incrementally.
Yeah.
Thankfully, just in a handful of dungeons, including level 9.
Yeah.
And here comes the door, or the mugger room, and Sock's going up, so this is Divergence. Perhaps it will pay off, or perhaps you'll see a whole bunch of red bubbles without a bomb and turn around and go to the Triforce room.
There are red bubbles, but he's not turning around. Because there's also a blue bubble in here. Oh, and he takes a hit from the last Dark Nut.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Steel picks up his Triforcing level 2. He's only 2 Triforces away. We haven't seen level 1 yet.
Correct, that's the last one, but he's going to flute right now, so we're going to know where it's at. Assuming he's on the right screen where there's not a dungeon.
Oh, I hadn't even picked up on that. We've got
Well, raft required by logic, but not.
They have it. They have it anyway.
Yeah, it's always amusing to see that. I'm almost positive that Red Gorilla room is the design that we are looking for this time, so let's see if that has the item.
It is, and it is our bomb upgrade.
You
That's
won't say
the
no
one
to
that
that going tonight.
Yeah, that's the one that replaced the White Sword, and there's a Triforce. That is a quick level 1, and it is not looking good for imasock, who has discovered that the red bubble curse is go slow.
Yeah, well, thankfully, Triforce Room's going to bail him out here. Now he's got a motor, though. Got to get to. He's got a flute, really, to have a shot here. If he doesn't flute, then he's not going to realize that that setting is on, and that will put him even further behind.
Yeah, but and he's not taking out that recorder just yet. Oh,
Yep.
no, got it out.
Here we go. And he's going to flute away and realize it's to unbeaten dungeons because he hasn't been here yet. So, still has a chance to catch up.
Yeah, he's definitely behind, but level 9 can be the great equalizer, and he's certainly close enough that, especially if Steel doesn't take the staircase, which he's with the extra items there. Oh, but Sock's out of bombs, and he's going to need that to go any further. No, wait, no. He's good.
So far, so good. He needs to find a bomb dropper in a shuffle drop group scenario, so not as easy as it looks.
And he takes another death against the Gibdo. Oh, and we get the cage room in level 7.
Yeah, with a shutter door, so even though that doesn't give you much of anything, you gotta kill all the stuff in the room just to get out.
Yep. And yeah, that's this is saving this is helping Sock though. Steel seems to be taking the long way through level 7.
Yep, for reference, we believe imasock had either a 7, 8, or 9 room level 7. And I dare say EatMySteel is on pace to at least be north of 15 to 20. Especially if he keeps finding patch room after patch room after patch room. Oh, he's going to get a little bit of a bailout from this Stalfos, though, that has a compass in his gut. So, really comes down to whether or not imasock can get to the Triforce room somehow, some way, without a pack of bombs. There may be one that drops on the floor here at level 4 or level 2 somewhere. It's running out of rooms to get into, though.
Yep, but this
There we
room
go.
can up some routes.
Key drop and a pack of bombs, so can go right through the key door, and that'll give him access as well as having bombs, and you can farm some Dodongos for it as well.
Yeah, it just turned like that. Oh, speaking of turning though, those troll dongos. Oh no!
Yeah, he went a little bit fast on his placement of the bombs, but there is a
But
Triforce.
at least he gets the Triforce, but Steel has the Triforce out of level 7 now. He's ready to go to level 9.
Yep. So it's all 8 versus Sock, who needs at least a couple more, and he's going to get his heart container at this point, since it's no longer a question of whether he's going to get mugged out of it and be able to zombie mode. So, looting looks like to level. This is level 1.
That'll be level 1, yeah.
Don't forget, imasock also will have to find the white sword item in its vanilla location, I believe, which is the bow.
Yeah, well, he might have to find it. We don't know if Ganon is actually required.
That's true.
Sock picks up his bomb upgrade in level 1.
It's probably a little... Oh, look at this, though.
There's Ganon, but no, so far, Steel is going to check, see if it's a 0 HP Ganon. It is.
You have to be able to get around Ganon here, I would think, so... Not in Ganon's room.
Yeah, so you have to, even though it shows that there's 2 ways to go at the start, there's really only one that you can actually go, unless you already have the silver arrows.
And that not being able to bomb out of Ganon's room also has left him with just the single bomb, so...
Yeah. And this is probably going to be a transport staircase. It is.
It's gonna chuckle just a little bit if that happened to be silvers right off the bat, too. That would have been rather silly.
Yeah, that would definitely be strange if they basically put it so that you have 2 ways to go. One just takes you to the silvers, and then you have to kill Ganon to get to, like, literally the entire dungeon.
Yep, instead, your 2 ways to go are 1 through Ganon, or 2 through a staircase and through a bunch of wizrobes. So I think Steel's gonna look for some bombs, perhaps, and
yeah, probably going for a bomb shot. Sock's back up to full complement of bombs now.
Yep, and he is only 1 room or 1 Triforce piece away, because I believe he went to pick up Triforce piece number 4 when he was slow moving.
Yes, he did. So he's only 1 Triforce behind, and oh, there we go. I guess Steel used his last bomb trying to set up a count but missed it. But he's got some bombs now. And is headed back towards level 9.
Oh, and I don't know that Sock has seen the... He's got the red ball. I don't know that he's seen the Triforce in here, but he knows it can only be in a handful of rooms, since he has checked a lot of this level.
He is... I do not believe he has. And he wasn't able to pick up that compass, but
so he needs to go up into the little horizontal path to find the Triforce.
Yes, we started with the Triforce from level 5, the white sword, which is how we have a bombs plus in our A slot, because there are no sword upgrades in this seed. The thing on the tracker for white sword, which was actually in level 1, was where the bomb upgrade was, and the other thing we started with was the ladder, which they then found another ladder on the Armos, one screen away from their starting screen. And Sock pulls the any key out of level 6, but Steel's pretty well set on keys, so it's probably not a huge advantage, and Sock had 5 keys, which isn't bad either, but you never turn down the any key. Well, maybe if you had like 12 or more keys.
I think I got up to 21 keys one time in a crazy seed and turned it down. Anything below that, anything really below 10 and you're kind of concerned about it.
Yeah, and Sock taking a death in level 6.
Yeah, the only way that he'll be able to get around that easily is if he goes to pick up the compass, which is in the normal spot in the chute. Because to the left of that, I believe, or right around there, is a staircase that takes you all the way up to the Triforce.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Sock isn't trying to prioritize grabbing that compass. Looks like maybe he's doing exactly that. He wants to know, okay, where is this Triforce? Ooh, but he's in this room. Yeah, no, he's just key dooring over to here. Oh. Takes the death to the red wizard beam.
I don't know where the staircase is, but I know I saw a staircase that could take you up to where that, just above where the Patra is. And
the wizards strolling Steel now. Even with the blue ring, those guys hit pretty hard. 1 heart for a body blow or a beam from the blue ones, and 2 hearts for a beam from the red ones.
Yep, and we see Sock taking the stair I was talking about. If he walks through the wall here, you will see the Triforce, and I think he's got to go fast now.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's already got the item from here, so he's got no reason to stick around. He will be headed to level 9.
So suddenly we have a different circumstance that has hit us. We were initially rooting for Sock to kind of find his way to the bow on the overworld, but now if he's going to 9 and you're rooting for the game 3, he's probably looking for Zelda to be in an open passageway rather than being blocked by game.
Yeah, if this is if Ganon is required, then it's then Sock's only hope is that the silvers aren't here and that he ends up finding the bow and silvers, but he probably still wouldn't be looking for the white sword item.
Ganon's required. Just as we were talking about it, EatMySteel, 1 room north of where he is, killed all the Zols in the room. Shutter door did not open.
Oh, so it is looking really grim for Sock.
To be fair, though, silvers could be in a really hard-to-reach location. And if he finds the silvers and the shutter door, he's still got time to look around. The bad news is this flute doesn't take him anywhere anymore, and he probably isn't thinking about white sword item on the overworld. It's a first priority.
Yeah,
and yes, we don't know that silvers are here, but we haven't seen the red ring or the silvers, and we're down to a handful of items. We still have enough for it to troll. not be here.
Oh yeah, I mean, we still have the wand, still have the book, still have Lord Banana.
We have not seen the power bracelet either, but important items
Usually,
are a very
yeah.
rare thing.
Yeah, usually aren't.
And that's because we have vanilla drops that prioritize over that flag. We have a lot of things that prioritize and make that less than a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, it's not at a bad spot yet for EatMySteel, but every single room he walks into is another key door with another shutter door on another side.
Yeah.
So while he's not out of keys, he certainly does not have the same quantity of keys that he had before.
Yep, and Sock is leaving level 9. I wonder where he's headed.
He
Doesn't
found... I'm sorry,
Oh.
he found Zelda.
Okay, so he knows he needs the bow already. That seemed like a very quick find compared to how long it took Steel.
The difference between their finding it happened to be the fact that EatMySteel had to go and farm bombs, whereas imasock, when he took the staircase, could find his way over to the southwest corner via that staircase, bomb up, and he found his way there much quicker because of it.
Yep, but Sock is heading for a dungeon. This is... that was... The Pepto Pink was level 4, right? So he's still missing one item here.
Yep, so for rooting for Game 3, which a lot of people like to root for a lot of games so they get to see more Zelda 1 Randomizer, you are rooting for, I guess, silvers to be out of 9 in here?
That would
be your best bet?
That would be what I'd think, because I mean, I feel like 4, especially having already found one item, 4 is not necessarily would be your first choice.
Yeah, but he, I think, walked through level 1 pretty quick, so
Yeah,
I want to say that he saw the bomb upgrade there, so that was an easy one. He's seen the bloomerang in level 3, so he knows not to go there. So basically it's 2, 4,
yeah, it's a good
and the item
point.
is 7.
That's a good point. They found the items in 1 and 3. So it's 2, 4, 7, 8. Yeah, just those 4. And the white sword item.
Yeah, well, this is second quest for chat, so this is definitely going to have the second 2 items and staircases tonight. You see a staircase here.
Yeah.
There's maybe
this I was saying. Yeah, he's getting the nice drops. What is it going to be? No, it's a transport.
Oh, you definitely want to get out of that room, so don't go back. Let's take it and see.
And into a Patra room. Oh, we got a bomb upgrade. That is the minimum 2 additional bombs for a 9 rupee markup. So that is a horrible deal.
Yep. Still, without a boomstick seed, since we've seen a large shield, this is more bombs for Sock, and we don't know how many you're going to need for level 9, but it's probably more than the one that EatMySteel has left.
Yeah, this level 9 is being a great equalizer, but it's, will it be enough of one? We haven't seen either item in level 9 yet.
Yeah, I unfortunately still have the feeling that it may be red ring and silvers, but
that is the indication. And if you're rooting for Sock, you probably want it to be red ring and something else. Because if he finds one item that's not red ring or silver arrows, Steel will probably leave level 9 right away, because he's found the princess, found the beast.
Silver's in
Silver
4.
arrows are in level 4!
Unbelievable.
So Sock not obeying right away. Not exactly sure why that is. Has he already forgotten that he found the recorder right away?
I'm not sure myself, but definitely has evened up this race considerably. I still think it may take him a while to get to that white sword bow, though.
I agree. He's probably going to want to dig everything, but I am very curious because he ended up when he came back in here, he popped back into that staircase where the recorder was. No, he would not suspect Heart Shuffle because that was his remorse flag. Heart Shuffle is off, and he knows it. And Steel does find the red ring in 9, so he's going to stick around to find the other item.
I think we may be here a little while.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now, see, imasock died just now in level 4. And he's gonna walk into that room. And he's got it marked on his personal tracker, by the way, as an item room, but he didn't mark that he got a recorder in here.
Yeah.
And suddenly he turned around. So is he gonna go left? He is. Oof.
Oh.
Oof.
Oh, what? Oh, what are you doing, Sock?
So on his personal tracker, which I peeked at because I was curious, he has it marked as an item staircase, but does not have the recorder on his slot on the top of his helper.
Oh my god.
He just has silvers.
Oh, this is kind of painful, and if he it's not registering with him that he's got 2 items already. And I mean, if he left there, he's got a great opportunity to catch up with Steel in level 9 here, looking for a second item. And he obeys, but no. This is definitely going strange. And Steel is looking. He is. Well, he's pausing. I think it's finally occurred to him. And Steel gets map spawning right under his feet, and Sock has finally remembered that he has 2 items staircases listed. But he's going to go to another dungeon. He is not even thinking about White Sword. And he's on this screen. Does he remember that? Yep, this was level 2, correct? Yep, level 2. So he is back in level 2. We're going to find either the wand, the book, the boomerang, or the power bracelet. And right now, I think the best thing for him to find would be that book, because that's going to translate hints. But then again, I don't think there's really any hint that he'd get that would help him, because he's not going into random caves. I mean, it might help him a little for pointing towards the white sword item, if he has to start looking for it.
Yeah, I'm sitting here thinking on EatMySteel side, what would I do if I were him as far as my order? And I think the answer is he's going to go to level 3 probably the quickest, just because it's so small. And then he's probably going to consider, what, 4 or level 8 maybe. I don't know that you'd go to 7 first.
Yeah, you wouldn't go to first quest 7 first. That's probably the last place you go.
Yeah, unless you're playing a random specific person that doesn't dig 7, you would almost
yes. Well, that is a potential opponent for the winner of this series next round, so...
Yeah, so he hasn't found the item in 2 either, so I think 3 and 2 are probably first.
3 and 2 seem like the safest bets. But it also depends on what that other item he finds is. If he finds the book, he may go straight towards the hint shops and see if he can get a hint as to which one he should be going to first. And we see a staircase. Is this the other item? It is not.
It looks like the staircase in level 2 is in pretty much the last room you can get to. And it's blocked by Gleeok.
Yeah, it's only a 2-headed Gleeok. No big deal. Right? I got white sword. And there's a key that we don't need, and that is not the item room.
So you have to go in from the top on the left side of this tube.
Yeah.
Because you tried to go up and it didn't work. And then it's probably a right-handed staircase given you couldn't get in from the side.
Okay, so only one way in, and it's from the north. And that, you never expect to only be able to get into a room from the north. That can really screw you up a lot. I've seen and been in seeds where, I mean, more so in shapes where you don't even know the shape of the dungeon, but I've seen so many races decided on someone not checking a south-facing wall.
Yeah, but he's certainly going to know now that he has to go down here, and he does.
Yeah, he is. It is the right-facing staircase.
Well, that's a scary room,
and
too.
That's the book, and he's not going to take it. He does not want those hints.
I disagree with your decision. I think that the hints, even though you don't have a lot of money to cover them all, and you'd have to retry, I think it would be worth looking to see.
Yeah, but it's... I mean, I don't think... I mean, none of the hints he could buy would help with... Because there's a separate hint cave for the white sword item.
So 7 is his next dig, which we didn't think was going to happen, but there's definitely a white sword overworld hint, as Jay Coper is mentioning in chat. And furthermore, if you didn't find that, you would at least potentially find a hint for an item in 7 or an item in 8 that could eliminate some of your potential digs. So I definitely see a lot of merit in going ahead and picking up the book, since we do know it's to reveal what the old man is saying. They could still not be good, but hey, a wand in 7. Free wand, quick.
Oh, okay, so he's, yeah. That's... So... He only was in 11 rooms total in 7, and has got the Triforce and item, and Steel took probably twice that many rooms and did not leave with an item. And
Lord
Steel
Banana.
finds Lord Banana.
He sword
So
beamed the
now-
wall out of frustration too. So where is he gonna go?
I don't know where he's heading north. I'm a little surprised. Oh, now he remembers that level 2 is not that far. And oh wait, no, he's back into... What level is he in?
This is level 3, which is a good play.
Oh, right, level 3. Yeah, level 3 was the one right near there. So yeah, he's making the most obvious play.
So just for the record, it's when will EatMySteel go to level 4 versus when will imasock go to the White Sword Lake and pick up his bow.
Yeah, the good news for Sock is that he only has this is his last dungeon to check, so we know that it's going to be the power bracelet. The bad news is that the power bracelet gives him more locations to check for that white sword item.
Well, he's not interested in checking his right there. he does not want to clear that blue dark nut room.
Yeah, well, he's looking for an item staircase, and
Certainly happy to get around that room.
yeah, and yeah, if Sock does find that this power bracelet quickly enough, he left 9 because he found Zelda's location, or Link's location in his case, since he's playing as Zelda. And Ganon, it was impossible to miss him. He's right at the entrance of the dungeon, so it's actually looking good for Sock, because EatMySteel, once he's done in here, 2 is probably the smallest dungeon he still has an item in, and it's very close by, so he's going to go there next. I'm almost certain.
What Baytrolls imasock here a little bit is the fact that this level 8 has a Goma blocking a second quest push block. So you may have to
but he'll... Well, if he runs out of rooms there, he'll know that it's not his bow.
Yeah, but he can't find his... He may not be able to find his second item until he does clear every room.
Right, but that would... I mean, that, if anything, would be a good thing for him, because Power Bracelet just opens up more overworld items, overworld spots for him to look for that white sword item.
Oh, I think he's found the room, but it's full.
Takes another death, yeah. If only he had a bow. But yeah, he's probably heading right back to that room. He thinks that that is going to be the one. No, he's clearing this room. No, he's just taking out a couple enemies. And meanwhile, EatMySteel is a couple rooms north of the book. And we'll see if he picks that up, since he does not have his wand yet. And he's thinking, man. Nope, he doesn't want hints either. He'd rather just keep on searching. So where will he head next? Second Quest 6 is smaller than Second Quest 4, right?
Yep, but 4 has the Dark Nut set and 6 has the Wizrobe set. So I think his decision making may get altered a little bit.
And I think, where's he heading anyway? Is he heading to the nearest any road to get to 4?
Nope, he's right where Sock
finds
is.
power bracelet, but oh yeah, he's going into level 8. That's actually not a bad choice. It's the wrong one, we know, but yeah, level 8 is one I hadn't even thought about for that. Yeah, 8 is probably even smaller.
Alright, so Sock has, I think, every dungeon item marked outside of level 9.
And
going north.
he immediately left 9 when he found that without even looking for one item, so he is definitely looking. I think he realizes that the bow is the white sword item. Oh, well, no, wait, he's... Oh no, he is going into 9.
Yeah, that's definitely the direction of 9, so...
Oh
man.
my. I really thought that he was just going to, like, check out the power bracelet spot there. He's forgotten that he has not found the white sword item. Ooh, this is rough.
Yeah, one Lionel... I mean, one Lionel stands between him and the bow already being his possession, but I think it probably would have changed the outcome of what Sock chose to dig for the silvers.
Yeah, because in if Sock already has the bow, he probably digs until he finds red ring and then boomerang, or if he happened into the boomerang first, he'd probably leave.
It would certainly be a difficult call to make if he happened to Lord Banana first, because then it's kind of a rough decision.
Yeah.
Although Red Ring is potentially quite useful for Sock still. He's on Green Tunic.
Oh, red ring is definitely a good thing to find.
Look at, I like the staircase in level 8. It's not going to take him anywhere at all. Just good comedy. And he'd have to burn another key.
Yeah, steel back up to 5 keys now, even after burning that one. So his key problems are a little bit less than they were before. And yeah, I think this was the power bracelet room.
Yeah, I'm tempted now to like go back and play the seed and get the book and then go find out what the hints say, just to see how quickly he could determine where the items were if he had it on either side, really.
Yeah, chat's pointing out that Sock might be thinking that if bow is the white sword item, he'd have already lost, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case, because he found that those silver arrows in level 4 and doesn't have the red ring, so he figures that's probably got to be here, which means that he wouldn't necessarily... Yeah, I'm not going to try to guess his thought process there.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily... I'm one to kind of metagame my opponent, but anytime you find silvers in 4 in this tournament, when silvers are so often in 9, I think you can't meta anything beyond that pickup, because that on its own will kind of be enough to troll.
Sock picks up his red ring. Meanwhile, Steel has gone to level 6, so he's going to find the any key in here.
I think the banana is not super far away either. I think it's somewhere in the northern part of this dungeon, northeast.
I don't remember exactly. I do remember that it took a while for Steel to find either item, but yeah, I think when he found that, he had just like some areas in the middle. White Sword Cave was at its vanilla location. Sock died on the screen and didn't go back to it.
Yeah, it was a vanilla blue Lionel to boot that got him.
Just the single one? Ugh.
I'm almost positive it's just the single blue Lionel that was on that screen.
And Sock, just like Steel did, was standing right on top of the map when it spawned. But I guess when it's when you have to defeat a Gleeok for it, you tend to be standing in more or less that location.
Yeah, when you have Red Ring, you're just spamming to kill them. You're just gonna stand on top of them and take them out.
Yes, yes, Trail. Steel is in level 6, which coincidentally rolled the very similar vanilla level 4 palette.
Yep, because obviously palettes are shuffled, so it was really troll.
that actually threw us for a moment, because the only dungeon we had found was level 7, which had rolled some sort of green palette. I don't know if it really was its vanilla one, but it was close enough that it could have been.
This room. This room's Bomb City here.
Yeah, even with the red ring, this is just. Oh no! Is he gonna be able to get that fairy? He does! And gets an extra heart to boot, and he has finished this room.
It's an unfortunate find in that room. I guess you get your bombs back a little bit, but you'd much rather that just open a staircase.
Yeah, but I mean, it's good. He'll get some more exploration, although since he's found all of the things that he really needs in this 9, he just needs to find that gourd banana. Yes, scanning is required. They both found the shutter door that did not open when they cleared out a room full of Zols. So definitely a room that you would clear out.
Yeah, so once one of our 2 runners finds the important item they're missing, I do think this seed will be over in like literally 90 seconds to 2 minutes. Just get back to 9
yeah.
and then go to
yeah.
was 0 HP Ganon.
Yeah, Ganon, 0 HP Ganon is literally the room north of the old man who blocks you out of 9 if you don't have the full Triforce. Yes, both of them have seen the book in 2. Sock will have full item knowledge once he finds this boomerang in level 9. And Steel he's only got 2 items left to dig. It's level 4 versus level 7. He'll probably go to level 4 first because it's a little bit smaller than first quest 7. But second quest 4 when you've already found 1 item versus first quest 7. And he is going to level 4.
Yep, so now time is not on Sock's side, and this reverse lyre clip is further damaging his potential to get through this level 9 and...
Yeah, but I think he is close to Lord Banana. I don't remember exactly where it was, but... And he's going to do the sideways clip instead.
Yeah, I find the sideways clip to be a lot easier for me to do personally.
That's what I've heard. I've never managed to pull off either one of them.
Alright, so where is this board banana? Where will Sock look first on the overworld?
I don't know. You almost have to hope that when he finds Lord Banana, he just, like, up A saves. Because their start screen wasn't that far away, and there is some value in going back there because there's also that power bracelet spot so close, and power bracelet was a very late find. But Wizrobe being really mean here.
He's got almost full coverage of this time.
Yeah, this is, this still could go either way. It's just a matter of, was this it? Nope, that's a transport. He's not taking it.
This transport takes him back over to the left side.
Yeah, that's probably what
left.
he's gonna take.
Steel on the other side is, I believe, not in the room that he needs to be in. I thought it was up in the northwest of level 4, so still going to be looking a little
Yep,
longer.
nope, that room just dropped some bombs. Sock is over on the west side, which was where the biggest gap in his map coverage is. And nope, that's the room just south of. Oh, was he unable to clear out this room? Oh. So he's gonna be trying to clear out this unfortunate room.
This room is not super difficult if you have enough hearts to tank yourself into a like.
Yeah.
Which you need that to just sit there and slay blue Wizrobes as they walk over to you. But with half a heart, this room is really bad.
Yeah, he's managing it though. Oh, and got a fairy. But the fiver drops in the corner. He'll pick that up because... And he's gotta be running short on rooms.
Yeah, from my count earlier, it was no more than another, like, 6 rooms or so.
Yeah, but he's running low on bombs. And that wall does open. This isn't going to be it because there's a shutter door, so he's just going to pop into the next room. And... oh.
I think he believes he has not been in the room to the right. I thought he was.
I thought he had also, but Or is he just trying to clear rooms for possible bomb drops because if he's tracking level 9 really closely, he may think that he's bomb blocked out of the northwest. And
whatever the case,
meanwhile,
he's out of time.
EatMySteel has found the silver arrows, and this is probably going to be game over for imasock. Ooh, and this room is nasty.
And thankfully, he can just go up in this room and get out. But now he's in the rooms that kind of were through. He found the red ring in that one with the traps, so it's rooms he's been in that he's getting led into.
But this wasn't far from. This was for the most part where he was didn't have map coverage.
Yeah, I think he just had a couple rooms north of Zelda and then above where the red ring was.
Yeah, and he must have been in that room because he's not even checking the reverse C. Oh, is this room it?
I don't recall, but it's
This
probably
room
not going to make a difference.
rude.
Alright,
Yep.
0 HP again, hit him once.
And that room was not it.
It looks like it was above the red ring staircase, but in any event, this is just going to be a simple clearing of these red landmilla, and then I think it's a couple of wizrobe dodges and a walk of like 4 rooms, maybe 5 rooms, until EatMySteel has found his way out of here.
Yeah, Steel is not that far away. And we have a winner. EatMySteel wins with an SRL time of 1:35:35, and only 14 seconds later, imasock forfeited. And we have EatMySteel in the commentators booth. GG.
Thank you.
So, that seed really gave you the runaround, huh? That level 9.
Yeah, that's putting it a little light. Good lord. I had to go everywhere on.
Yeah, we were, you definitely had the advantage. You got into level 9 good bit quicker, and but you were still searching, and I think it took you a little longer to find the shutter door that didn't open, but Sock got in there, and Ganning was right there, and then found the shutter door that didn't open, and he bounced right away, but he didn't have bow yet either. He was, and the first dungeon he went to was level 4, and he found the silver arrows, and then just like a little bit later, you found that red ring, and we're like, this is a race again, but he just never went back to he died on the White Sword cave screen.
Oh,
Never went back.
Oh, that's
Ah.
rough. Yeah, I know he said he was looking for Bo. That's a hard one.
Yeah,
If he found that, it sounds like he had the game if he found the white sword.
if he had, yeah, I mean, yep. And we're joined by imasock. GG.
No, that was not. That was awful. That was terrible.
Question though, if you had the bow going into 9, would you have still left immediately, or would you have been digging the 9 the same way EatMySteel was?
No, I would have dug 9.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I would
exactly.
have
So
done.
it's tough to tell because EatMySteel was in level 9 well before you, but you did, because you bounced so quickly, you had silvers before he had either item, and just like you, he found the red ring first in level 9. And the other item is, well, by process of elimination for you, knowing that it's not the bow, was the wooden boomerang.
Yep.
Yeah. Though I have to ask you, did in level 4, you were still digging around in there after you found the silver arrows. Did you mismark your tracker? Forgot to mark the other item you had from there?
Yeah, I forgot to mark it, the first item. I don't even remember what it was at this point.
Recorder.
Yep, that would be it.
Yeah. That might have cost you, because I mean you were getting very close to full clearing that 9 as well.
It's a really tough call to say.
It is
how the
tough
price
to would have, because I mean you went right back to level because you hadn't marked it down, so you were still thinking 4 had 2 items.
Yep.
So it makes sense that you went back there first.
Yeah, that foreplay that you made, we thought was perhaps not going to be super profitable because we thought at best you were hoping for the bow. And when we both saw the silver show up in that second item in 4, we about lost it because suddenly it
Yeah.
went from EatMySteel having a bunch of time on his hands to basically switch
Yeah.
9 with the red ring coming up.
Well, yeah, he didn't even have red ring yet, and we were saying, if you're rooting for a game 3, you want Sock to find silvers, and you want Steel to find the red ring in level 9, because it'll keep him in there longer. And that's exactly what happened, but you just never made it back to the White Sword Cave in its vanilla location.
Yeah, I do have a question for both of them though. That both of them saw the book and both of them noped the book without considering that you might have found some hints or something to give you some item knowledge.
Yep. I saw that they were vanilla dungeons and said, never mind. I wasn't even thinking about hints. So,
Yeah, same thing. Same thing here. I didn't want to go looking for hints and buying stuff and messing around with the time. I just wanted, so especially since the hard shuffle isn't on, I was like, just going and getting stairs as quick as I can. Unfortunately, 4 was the second to last dungeon I went back into because I already had the recorder out of there way earlier.
Yeah.
And I went 2, 3, 6, 8, I think, or 3, 2, 3, 8, 6, and then finally went back to 4. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I was just like, I knew it wasn't broomstick. I didn't need the map, so I was just noping the book for. I didn't want to mess with hints at that point.
Yeah, even though the wand was the only thing you didn't find, that of course being in level 7, and that was one thing that could have given Sock an advantage. He even going back to 7, he only ended up clearing 11 rooms to get both Triforce and item. And you, I think, had to have cleared probably at least twice that just on your first search in there for the Triforce.
Yeah, he must have found the staircase or something.
Staircase right
take you
away,
up
yeah.
north. Yeah. If you
Quick-
get that, you can
quick
probably get the other
transport.
side. I went through the whole dang thing. Just I found the compass, and then the path to get there, walking there, was insane. You had to go all the way west and then come up and then go all the way east and down. It was ridiculous 7. So if you can find a way around that, that's a huge time saver.
Yeah. So
It was, yeah.
to look forward here, Sock. The bad news is it's the end of the road. The good news is you have escaped without playing E8 flags at all, so there's a big bonus. EatMySteel's bonus is he gets the winner of Zarnax 42 and Redbird Grad to be able to go to E8 flags. So looks like
Yeah.
EatMySteel's road gets no easier.
Yeah, both those guys are really tough. I've played both of them a lot. Zarnax, we did the Router's Relish. He's insanely good at just doing stuff on the fly and like making do. And RBG is just RBG. He's awesome. He's really good. As long as you don't get something hanging him up in 7, you're good, right?
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed in 9, the 2 items were 1 room apart.
I hadn't noticed.
Yeah, the red
But-
ring was in the one room you bomb up, and the boomerang, I think, was the item right above it. Like, I went a roundabout way, I got the red ring, went and walked all around, then bombed up, and then, oh, hey, hi, boomerang. Boo.
yeah, I think you both kind of had the same clearance of level 9, where there's probably only
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 rooms left for a sock, and I don't think you had much more than like 7 or 8 rooms left when you found the second item.
I
But,
have 10 rooms left in 9.
Yeah, so long distance 9, but I do know that Dark Falls is on the East Coast and it's getting close to 1. So, any final thoughts, but for either one of our 2 runners?
Just good game stock. We had a couple doozy seeds here, and I don't blame him for being happy to get out of this one. But good game, and hope you're well.
Yeah, good game. It was just unfortunate. It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and give some thank yous real quick before I hand it over to CCX for the exit. But I'd like to thank Cheerless1 for tracking behind the scenes for us. Dark Falls was our restreamer. Thank you very much for lending your resources to the restream. And thanks to Randomania for allowing us a channel to host this race on. And CCX, it was a fun one, man. Get us on out of here.
Yeah, good to work with you. And I'm being told we're going to head over to host Jam Evil, another Zelda 1 runner. Not in this tournament, I don't think, but he was in the very first tournament. Actually, he was a restreamer for probably about half of that tournament. And apparently we're going to be wishing him a happy birthday. So, yeah. Good night, everyone.